Hi everybody, thanks for joining me on this video, which is a follow-up to my fire making kit video. All of these things are to be part of my virtual bug out bag, because I'm not actually going to have, as I said in the last video, one bag that's going to contain everything. I'm going to have several bags that will contain aspects of everything. It's just in case one bag can't be gotten to or is lost or whatever, we've got backup all the way through. This one's going to be going into my equivalent bag. And this is a Pelly case. Now, a lot of you are probably thinking that it's a little bit excessive for a bug out bag because of the size of it and its relative weight. I mean, it's not heavy, but I mean, is a component of the overall weight. But these are ridiculously strong. I mean, I can literally park my car on this. Price-wise, as I say, it looks excessive, but this was delivered for less than £22. But when you think about it, you go and take the family to McDonald's, KFC, or Pizza Hut, you're not going to get much change off of £20. And that's it, gone. I mean, in theory, I could have this until I'm a great-great-great-grandfather, sitting telling all my kids about the time back in 2009 when we thought the world was going all to hell, and we made these little kits, and here it is. But anyway, this is my little kit. Now, it's not set in stone yet, a lot of things could change here, so if there's anything in here that you think shouldn't be in here, or anything that I need to put in here, please let me know. Any criticisms welcomed. So anyway, this is my little kit. At the very bottom here, we've got a couple of foil blankets, which are the type of things that you see marathon runners being enshrouded in when they finish the race. And the idea here is that it reflects a lot of the body heat back, I think up to about 90%. And believe it or not, the other thing I thought that these could come in useful for, and I know this sounds absolutely ludicrous, I never ever thought I'd hear myself say this, but if you're out in the wilds, for the reasons that we're going to be out there, meaning that we're not wanting to be in the city with the rest of the sheep, it's possible that someone will try and find you. Now, if these things are capable of reflecting heat back in, and the people who are going to be trying to find you are going to have at their disposal some of the most advanced technology available, i.e. infrared cameras and whatnot. Now, please, you could let me know if I'm talking rubbish here, but if you were to take a couple of these and duct tape them to the inside of, say, like this, which is a tarpaulin. This is a 10 foot by 12 foot camouflage tarpaulin that I just got today. If you were to put them on the underside of that and then hide underneath that, would they reflect enough of your body heat back so that it wouldn't register as a signal on the infrared cameras? I don't know. You could let me know. I mean, I actually have 4 of these blankets in total, so maybe a double skin might actually be enough. I don't know. One of the other very important things you'll need in one of these kits is a torch. And I was looking at mag lights, but the cheapest I could get, the double cell as an LED, was about £20 plus postage and packing. Now this was actually from my local supermarket, which is Tesco, and it's a machined aluminium, AA, 3 watt LED. All the O-rings are in the right place, so it's obviously a waterproof torch as well. Good feel. And like I say, when I fired it, I can't switch it on at the moment because I've got the batteries reversed with a little bit of tape over the contacts to prevent any leaking. But when I fired this baby up in the back garden, it lit the entire garden up. So it's a very, very effective torch. £10. So it's half the price of the mag light. So you could get 2 for the price of 1 if you like. I've also got a little tub here of matches with a striker in it. Now that might come and go because in addition, well, I've got these things dotted all over the place anyway. And I'm going to have an army fire starter, or fire steel, in here anyway. But, you know, the more the merrier, the more ways you've got of making flames, presumably the better. This is one of these Maya fire dust tins that you saw in my last video, and I think I actually showed you this in my last video anyway, but it's a chainsaw, one of these handheld chainsaws. This is actually the chain from a chainsaw, coupled to some webbing loops. As a typical townie, I have, at this present moment in time, no map reading experience, which means that this particular thing is an item of wonderment. It's a silver Ranger 3 compass, Swedish made, very, very accurate. Has a little magnifying glass here, so I'm going to learn how to use these things. Not much point in having it otherwise. Basic first aid, there's a roll of bandage, or elastoplast I should say, some individual bandages, waterproof ones, some painkillers, there's paracetamol and ibuprofen, and some blood lancets in case you get a reasonably deep cut. You can use these to hopefully stem the flow of blood. And I've got these things, I've got 5 cards of them, with 10 tablets per card, and these are Aquaclear water purification tablets. One of these little tablets will do 1 litre of water, so there's a potential 50 litres of water purified. This is a little bottle, a little dropper bottle of a substance called colloidal silver. Some of you might have heard of it, some of you may not have heard of it. It's a very, very potent liquid that you can take internally or you can apply externally. The body uses silver to combat basically just about every ailment the body can get, as well as being antiviral, antibacterial as well. So taking internally, I mean, it's only a little 15 milliliter bottle, but you know, better than nothing. Never fished in my entire life. Don't own a rod or anything. Never been fishing and never been with anybody fishing. So I'm going to have to figure out what to do with this. I've seen these online and they look perfect for these little kits, these little fishing kits. You've got 36 metres of line, a winder, swivels, hooks, weights, foreign language to me. But I'm going to make an effort to figure out how to use these things. So this could change over time. In addition to this, I've got a little kit that I'm piecing together, which is going to go in these little tins, which is the same tins that you saw the fire kits being made into. And in here I'm going to have, again, very, very basic first aid, elastoplasts, a little roll of bandage, another couple of cards of water purification tablets folded up, safety pins. You'll probably never have enough of these things. A wire saw as opposed to the chainsaw, which again is nice and compact, and that'll fit in there. Got a little Maglite, I think this is called the Solitaire, these ones, which take just a single AAA battery. Again, it's reversed so that it doesn't leak or anything. It's very, very small flint fire steel. I have no idea how many strikes you'd get off of this one, but you know, for the size of this kit, it's perfect. But also the striker doubles. I don't know if you can see that on the top there. It's serrated, doubles as a saw. So that could come in very, very handy as well. Now, going back to what I was saying about the foil and one of its possible uses as to camouflage your heat signature. A lot of the kits that I've been making up do actually have signalling devices in them, which could be counterproductive to what you're actually trying to do. If you're on the lam, as it were, from the authorities, being found would be the last thing you want. So a signalling device would be, in theory, redundant. But for all it is, you know, this is one of these little heliograph things that you can actually aim at your target as opposed to just hoping that it will be seen. So, I mean, that can fit in there. But you never know. Better to have and not need than need not have, as I always say. This one here I've actually made up for the wife. And it's actually using my old camcorder bag. And this can either be carried, it's got belt loops on the back, and it's got a strap, shoulder strap, so it can be carried in a variety of different ways. And it also kind of looks a bit like a handbag. Anyway, in here is one of the fire kits that you saw me making in the last video. Unfortunately, it kind of looks a bit like a bomb. There's a fairly comprehensive first aid kit here. A couple of little books, which frankly I think are as useful and maybe as necessary as half the other equipment in here anyway. Food for free. This is one of these Collins gems, it's telling you all the different foods that you can find in the wild, which is very, very important. And of course, who could be without little Lofty Wiseman's SAS Survival Guide. I've got a little LED torch, machined aluminium again, takes 3 AAA batteries. Oops, sorry, we lost the focus a bit there. Again, very, very bright, has 3 LEDs as well. Goodness me, come on. Hello. There we go. And in the top here we have a cutlery set, spoon, fork, knife, scissors and some surgical wipes. In the front pocket, antiseptic cream, water purification tablets, painkillers, pain relievers, bandages, tin a little Vaseline there, pure Vaseline, no cotton wool added. More safety pins, and you know, let's for a little bit of luxury, for all it weighs. We've got some salt and pepper sachets for flavouring food, some sugar, brown sugar sachets as well. And in the side pockets, tub of Vaseline, but inside this particular tub is I don't know how many cotton wool balls slathered in this stuff. Again, more ways of lighting fires. And in this side, more medical supplies, but bandage here, a roll of large white bandage, smaller bandage, and underneath there is another tub of Vaseline and cotton wool. Yes, you've guessed it. Oh! Now, of all the things that could bring you down when you're out, boredom is probably going to be up there at the very, very top, along with starvation, dehydration, hypothermia. But anyway, for all it is, look, little pack of cards. I think these came in a Christmas cracker. Relieve the boredom. So anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you soon. Toodaloo.